Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of the Montell Ice Griffin Boxing Show with your host, former light heavyweight champion of the world, Montell Ice Griffin. My man. Special guest, former heavyweight champion of the world, Shannon The Cannon Briggs. Welcome to the show, big baby. What's up, boy?
Let's go, champ. Thank you, champ.
What's going on?
All the good, champ. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, thanks for calling back today. Everything good. Hey, look, we're going to get to the point. Let's start off right now. 1992, Bob. I go to the U.S. Championships. The talk of the tournament was this kid from New York. With the fucking blonde dreads. He didn't let nobody down. He fought a kid from Tennessee. We talked about this, Shannon, a couple years ago. He fought a kid from Tennessee. He was losing. Everybody's like, man, he ain't all that. Man, the cannon hit this kid with a left hook, put him to sleep. Cannon, 1992 U.S. champions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I beat 4 dudes in the top 10. John Ruiz was number 1 in the United States. I beat John. I beat Denard Trapp. I beat Frank Vassar. I beat the kid from St. Louis.
Yep.
And that was some fun. Those are the days, man. What's going on with you? How you doing, man?
Oh man, that was some good time. I can remember like yesterday, me and you in the dressing room for the '92 U.S. Championships. Man, you was lighting it up, man. I was like, yo, what up, dude? And we was kicking it. I was like, where you from? You was like, I'm from Chicago. I was like, I'm from New York. He was like, oh, word. We was kicking it, and you won. And then over the years, I watched you on TV become champion and all that. I was like, yo, I used to tell people, yo, that's my man right there.
Same as me.
Yeah, so it was all good. Then I remember I think when I fought Lennox Lewis, I think you was on the card or something like that.
Chris, you, I think Vernon. All 4 of us, me, Chris, and Vernon sat together doing y'all fight. Hey, Bob, Shannon Briggs was 1 punch away from being the heavyweight champion of the world. He hit Lennox and hurt him, and Lennox turned his back, and Shannon came behind him and threw a bomb and missed. You land that shot, you knocked out Lennox Lewis, bro.
Yeah.
You knocked out Lennox Lewis, bro. You had him hurt.
Yeah.
That was the first round or second round?
That was in the first round.
You had him hurt.
Oh.
Man, we were so excited. I mean, see, put yourself in my situation, Bob. Me and Lennox had the same promoter, so we was on the same camp. I'm sitting with this whole Lennox Lewis crew.
Right.
On my left is my 92 guys, Chris Bird and Vernon Ford. So I'm in the middle. I'm stuck. Every time I was finna cheer for Shannon, I had to turn and look and see who was watching. Money ain't your man. But man, those are good old days, bro. Hey, I'm asking you one more thing. Do you remember when George Foreman fought Michael Moore and me, you, Chris Bird, Ross Thompson, and who else was there? Pat Bird and Shane Mosley. We was all at the fight together.
Yep, facts.
Sitting up in the nosebleeds. We was nobodies. We was sitting in the nosebleeds. Shane was the only one on the floor, and we was laughing because they introduced Shane Mosley. Like what they introduced him for, and it was a smart thing what his father was doing. He was getting that name in people's ear. You know what I'm saying? Shane Mosley. Now you're Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Class of 92.
Facts. Yeah. He was my room. He used to sleep on the top bunk, and I used to sleep on the bottom bunk. It's the same Mosley. When we go on trips and shit like that out of town or out of country, you know what I mean? We go overseas trips. I remember those good old days, man. All of us, De La Hoya, Raul Marquez, Larry Donald, all of us, man, we used to all travel together. Then we all turned pro. And we was all, while I was watching all my boys, turning pro, winning championships, man. So it was an amazing time. And I mean, people don't know how we were as far as amateurs. We all hung out. We all had a good time. We was all from different cities. And we was all learning about different parts of the world. And, at the same time, I was learning about Chicago from you and from other people. And, I was learning about what was happening. It wasn't like now with the internet. You was learning. It was like real life. So I had to meet some people from out west and from Cali and from different places. So, it was just an amazing time. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me ask you this. What happened in the 92 trials?
For me, well, with me, what happened? I broke my hand training in down here in Florida. Actually, I was training with Phil. What's his name? I was boxing with Phil Jackson, but
Yeah,
my boy,
from the shot,
no, Phil Jackson was from Miami.
I think about Phil Scott. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Phil Jackson. Yeah.
But what's his name? Pat Burns. You know, he was the '92 Olympic team. You know what I'm saying? Coach or something like that. They were saying he was gonna be the coach. I don't know if he wanted to be the coach, but he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be the coach and blah blah blah. And if you want to be on the team, you can come down to Florida." You know what I'm saying? And train with Phil Jackson, who was a pro at the time. He might have been like 10-0, 10 knockouts. And I was like, I want to say I might have been 180, 185. I mean, shit, Phil was all the way 220, man. Man, me and Phil was banging. I mean, it was like pride. It was like, yo, I'm from New York. I'm down here, but I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm getting ready for the trials, so I got to bang. Man, I'm down here banging with Phil Jackson for about 2 months, and during the process, I hurt my hand. I wound up never looking after it, and it plagued me my whole career. In my hands. If you look to this day, I still got these what they call metacarpal boss, and it started then. It started too. So when I came, by the time I came to the trials, it wasn't no sense to me even going in there just losing. So I pulled out. I didn't fight. I turned pro on the day everybody fought in the Olympics, July 24th, 92. I wound up, you know, having to fight pro with a broke hand, with a still messed up hand. And that's what plagued a lot of my career. I feel looking back, I know I would have did a lot better, but, you know, you can't change the past. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
He was a great puncher. He was a great boxer. Chris Bird told me, he said, man, I ain't never seen nobody as skillful as Shannon Briggs. He said, he got it all. He could box, he could punch, defense, slick, moving in and out. I just know only thing that I knew about you was you had like bronchitis or asthma bad.
Yeah. I had asthma bad, and that was a huge part of my confidence. I never had the confidence as a fighter that I could have had or should have had as a fighter, because of I always knew that I always felt like asthma was on my shoulder, was on my neck. You know, born asthmatic, and you know what I'm saying, never really, you know, being picked or play sports, never being athletic. And then all of a sudden, you know, I jump into boxing, and, you know, here it is 10 fights, and I'm on the USA team. You know what I mean? I jumped in there quick, you know what I mean? So I had the talent, but I ain't never had the experience and the confidence that it really took to be a real fighter, you know what I'm saying? So I did great considering. But at the same time, I know that I think in my mind that if I'd have had the confidence and my stamina, that I could have been an all-time great.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you a question, though.
Yes, brother.
I want to rewind back for guys like us who don't know all of the stuff that you guys been through. How did you get into boxing, man? What sparked that for you, man?
You know, I started in the mid-'80s. A friend of mine's dad, he asked us to do some work on a house he had bought. He had purchased a house, and it was like, you know, it needed a lot of work, a lot of construction. It was like, you know, like a demolition / construction job. So I was like, shit, I might have been 15. I was homeless at the time. Me and my mom said, we had lost our apartment. We was living in Brownsville, Brooklyn. We lost our apartment. So I was kind of like living place to place. But during the time I was homeless, so I would go work for my boy Pops to you know what I'm saying, to make a little bread so I could, you know, take care of me and my mom's. And then he said, we took about a year or so, champ. We finally fixed up the spot, and he was, I'm gonna put a gym down here. So we started, you know, we went one day to get the glove, you know, get the equipment for the little gym. It was just a little basement apartment, you know, in the little building he bought. But we seen some gloves, and I begged his son to, you know, get the gloves. He got the gloves, and that was the beginning for me, you know what I mean? And then that was it. It changed my life. And then I went to a gym, and, you know, it was like, yeah, you got some skills, you know what I mean? And I was street fighting too a lot, so, you know what I mean? Okay. So boom, next thing you know, I was before I know it, man, it was like, hey man, put on this USA suit. I said, what?
And I look, you 6'4".
Yeah.
And you ain't little.
It was like, man, put this USA suit on, man. I said, all right, let me try it.
Damn.
Let me say that. Let me get to this right quick. Okay. We was in the amateurs together. We turned pro together. We did our thing. And okay, they had a night called the young heavyweights. the other night. David Tour, John Weeds, Shannon Briggs, Curtis Shabalaba, David Izon, Michael Grant, and Jamil McCline, everybody, Donnell Nicholson. Okay. The reason I'm bringing this up, I ain't trying to bring up bad memory. I'm just bringing this up. 2 guys lost that night, John Ruiz and Shannon Briggs. And they the only 2.
We both got knocked out. You got knocked out?
I thought you guys, I knew you got dropped. It ain't go to distance?
Out.
Okay, what happened that night? What happened that night? You fought Daryl Wilson. He was a good fighter. 15-0 at the time.
He wasn't shit. He wasn't shit.
What happened?
Huh?
Did you take him light? What happened?
No, hell no. I train like an animal, champ. But it wasn't my night, man. And I had some breathing difficulties. I did start fast. A lot aside from that, I had some breathing difficulties. And I lost, man. I got stopped in the 3rd round, and it was life-changing moment for me because I was riding high. I was 25-0. I had like 22 knockouts or 20-something knockouts. I don't even know. But I was riding nice, and then the whole world collapsed on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody walked away, my sponsors, everybody flipped on me, everybody, my so-called friends. When you're in the spotlight, and then you get such a knock like that, it's like Wilder. It's like Wilder when he lost to Fury. But he lost to Fury. I lost to Daryl Wilson. So it was like, I'm washed up, I'm this, I'm that. And everything came out, he ain't got no heart, he this, he that. And they buried me alive. But I wasn't dead, champ. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't dead, champ. You feel me? I said, let's go, champ. You feel me?
Hey, it was a beautiful, beautiful night of boxing. All the young heavyweights, y'all all got tested. Some of y'all got weeded out. But some of y'all came back. When we watched that fight that night, who would have thought that John Ruiz would be heavyweight champion of the world and David Tour never won the title? He destroyed him, I think it was like 19 seconds. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought that 2 or 3, 1, 2, 3 or 4 fights later, I would have become linear heavyweight champion of the world, beating George Foreman.
That's
you know what
crazy.
I'm saying?
That's
the
crazy.
Great legend George Foreman outboxing him after being stopped in the 3rd round by Daryl Wilson. 3 fights later, I beat world heavyweight champion, the man who beat the man who beat the man, George Foreman. I decisioned him for a title. Who would have thought that? Nobody. Who would have thought John Ruiz would have got knocked out? Well, not that it wouldn't have happened. It was a surprise for us who know John. But like you said, David Tour never won the heavyweight title.
As he came out smoking. You know what I'm saying? He came out smoking. He was knocking out everybody.
He's a killer. He was a killer. He was a killer. He was a killer. He never wanted to, but look who he fought. He fought David too. I mean, he fought Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Right. Who even though he still was, Lennox Lewis had to be careful.
Now, you know what? A lot of people don't know this. My sparring partner, Sione Aspelli, was Tua's same race. And he told me, he said, David Tua got his ribs broken training, but he couldn't pull out the fight because I might not ever get the opportunity again. And he never really, I ain't making no excuses for him, but the whole fight, you could tell something's wrong with him. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, listen,
he's just real basic. Yeah.
That was an animal. That's an animal. An animal, man. I was so happy I never fought him. I mean, at the time, I ain't gonna front. It wasn't like I wanted to fight him. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I say it right here on the air. He ain't want no smoke with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you because I was supposed to fight David Tua 3 times before Night of the Heavyweights, and they denied me. They denied me. Now they asked me on the Night of the Fight Heavyweights that I want to fight him. I said yeah. They didn't. I gotta, and it's on tape now. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Now listen, do I respect David Tua? Hell yeah. Well, he probably would have got me out of there. More than likely. He was an animal. You know what I'm saying? More than likely. You know what I mean?
When he fought your boy, the president, they broke a record for more punches thrown in a heavyweight fight.
Facts. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this game, man. It's a psychological game, man. It's a psychological game. Once you get to a certain level, everybody can fight. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to a certain level, everybody can fight. Now, once you go to that level, if I'm up there with the Montell Griffins, we up there, we all in the same league. Everybody can fight up there. You know what I'm saying? Now it comes down to one simple thing: stronger mentally, right? So now, if I got a strong mental game, we all can fight. We both A+ on the fighting game. But I got a stronger mental game. Something about me gets you either mad, which makes you make mistakes, or something about me makes you afraid, which makes you timid, that makes you say, you know what I'm saying, you can't be your best. Something, it's like tennis. If we both top level, now what's the difference? Maybe I'm psyching you out mentally. Maybe something about me trip you up. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
My mental game so strong, champ.
No doubt,
My mental game so strong. Even
Right.
with the top boys, even if I'm subpar, even if I'm below average, guess what? They still saying, damn, something could happen with Shannon. Ask Lennox Lewis.
No doubt,
Ask any of them.
no.
Ask Klitschko. Ask Vitaly Klitschko. Ask Ray Mercer. Ask George Foreman. You feel me? Ask a Bragamore. I'm talking about heavyweight world champions I named.
Yes,
But
sir.
let me say this. My
Anything
opinion
can happen with Shannon Briggs. You feel what I'm saying? And that's
look.
why David Tua, and I go back to what I was saying, not to cut you off, champ, I apologize. But what I was saying was, at the time, they ain't want no smoke. They was like, nah, we'll go another route. And I got outed by Wilson. But guess what, champ? I came back out the dirt like this. Look, my hand came back out. You know what I mean? Let's go, champ.
In my opinion, I don't know how you feel. In my opinion, the Lakatovich fight to me was your best fight. You don't think so?
Nah. Ray Mercer.
Okay, you stop Ray Mercer. But Ray Mercer won for the title, though.
It ain't about the stopping. It ain't about the stopping. It was that I was almost back to my rare form. Now, my rare form, nobody never seen, which is, I call it my rare form. Like when I fought Foreman, I'm a boxer, see? But when I went with Teddy Atlas, they changed my style to be more of a puncher. I was always a boxer, you know what I'm saying? I was fleet-footed. I was on my toes. I like to feint, and I was a counter puncher, you know what I'm saying? But now when I went with Teddy, it was, he trained Mike Tyson. His style was more of a flat-footed, you know what I'm saying, go in style. Stand there and bang, and more so than move your head. And I was on some Ali shit. You feel what I'm saying? I was on some straight Ali shit. I thought I was Ali. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe I wouldn't have got that far with that style, but that's who I was comfortable with. More of a boxer, more of a slip and move type of guy. You know what I'm saying? But it was natural for me. Look at it. You got a photo of Ali behind you. You feel me? That's the God. You know what I'm saying? That was the God. So I grew up wanting to be. Let me just say this, champ. Nobody knew my name. Nobody knew my name in the gym. When I was in the gym for 3 years, nobody knew my name. Nobody could say Shannon in the 80s. They used to call me Ali or Youngblood. Because nobody, what's his name? Oh, that's Ali. Because all I wanted to do was be Ali. So I would imitate Ali, everything. So that was my style. That's what got me to win the Golden Gloves. That what got me to win the National Pal, the Empire State Games. Everything I was winning that got me to the USA Championship was my Ali style. Now when I turn pro, they say, hey, you can't do that no more. That's not a pro style. You feel me? You gotta fight like a pro. So now they changed my style. But everybody that know me, champ, that really know me from back day, they say, yo, Shannon was nice. His boxing skills was nice. I appreciate everything I learned from Teddy Atlas and everything. I ain't trying to shit on the man, but real talk, my style, I was fast-handed. I was slipping. I was on some Roy Jones shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I was on something, but then my style changed.
Why they change it though?
Because it's just trainers sometimes they fight the way they train you the way they fought.
Or you can't do that, right?
You're right. They train the way they fought or would have fought. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that will change your style. It takes somebody, it takes different trainer to. I was on some, you know what I'm saying? I was on some slipping shit, bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? Counting on using my legs. But the good news is, I was a big man, but I always had the style of a little man inside my mind.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And
you was a pretty boxer, but you could punch.
Right. And then,
bounce and everything, but you could punch.
Yeah, because Lennox Lewis was quoted as saying you was one of the fastest, hardest punches he ever faced. I saw that.
I didn't get my get right with him. I didn't get my get right with him that night because I wasn't on my. Now I went into that fight. You talk about Tua went into his fight with broken rib. That's on my mother, champ. I went into the Lennox Lewis fight with a broken hand. That's on my mother. Left hand, right here. Look, got the surgery. Can't hardly see it because I can't turn my arm no more. But I got surgery right there. I was supposed to get that before the fight.
Right.
Hello?
Yeah, we
Yeah. So I was supposed to get that before the fight, but I wound up getting that after the fight, and the fight wasn't supposed to happen because coming out of the Foreman fight, it was a wrap. I was like, yo, I was going into the Foreman fight, my hand was hurt. After the Foreman fight, it was a wrap. You can't fight without surgery, but the fight came and it was like, you gotta take this fight, and I was like, yo, I can't. I gotta get the surgery. It was like, yo, you can't. You gotta get this money. So it was like, yo. I was broke, you know what I mean? I was in a situation where financially I couldn't say no. You know, it was the most money I ever made in my life. You know what I mean? I told you I was homeless. You feel me?
Right,
I was homeless, sleeping on the train and shit. So yeah, you know, they threw 1.8 million in my face, and they didn't want to give me that. We started out negotiating with 800,000. I was like, what?
For Lennox?
Yeah, 800,000 is what they started at. It might have been less than that, Chim. I'm keeping it 100. I ain't gonna say nobody, man, dead, rest in peace. But fuck all that rest in peace. Rest in pieces of shit. Let's go, champ.
I don't know. You probably don't even remember. After the fight, we went to the after party. You was off to the side chilling, just by yourself. I came and hollered at you like, man, you good, champ? You like, man, I'm cool. You was like, man, you sharp to the motherfucker. That's the first thing you said. I'm just making sure you cool. Hey, Bob, I had a double piece leather suit on like Eddie Murphy.
It wasn't red?
It was black. Nah, I was cool. You know, I'm smooth and cool. I had a black 2-piece leather suit on, and Shannon was like, man, you sharp to the motherfucker. I said, man, I know, but I'm making sure you all right, champ.
That nigga was clean, bro. He was clean, champ. Man, Montell was clean.
I was ready to rock and roll, baby. Hey, I talked to Denzel that night at the VIP party. Denzel, I told his bodyguard, I'm finna go walk over to holler at him. He like, no, you can't go over. I said, man, I know, dude. He like, yeah, whatever. About an hour later, Denzel, we walking around the corner. Denzel saw me like, hey, you Montell Griffin. I like, yeah. And I looked at his bodyguard like, motherfucker, I told you.
Man, everybody was there, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Whitney Houston, man. But when I rock, if you look at the tape, I hit Lennox Lewis. And like he said, he wobbled. He turned around. He running, champ. I'm trying to run him down. I'm trying to run him down and gun him. I'm trying to gun him down from the back of the head, right? I'm on some Brooklyn shit. I'm trying to knock him out. Hey, yo, champ, you should see on the crowd. You should look on the tape. You see Lenny. You see Whitney Houston go screaming, ah, Shannon! Her and Bobby Brown jumping up. And Bobby trying to hold her. She's screaming. They run to my corner in between the round. She's screaming, Shannon! Get him, Shannon! Bobby's screaming. I was just hanging out with Bobby a couple weeks before the fight. You know what I'm saying? Bro, rest in peace, man, to Whitney Houston, man. Man, she went crazy. She went crazy, man.
Okay, since you brought that up, all the stars and everything, you had your, was that your movie debut in Bad Boys?
Yeah.
Okay, you had the movies. Hey,
no. I was in some movies before that.
Okay, but he had he was in Bad Boys. He had the blonde locks. Shooting, come on, man. He got shot. He got killed, but hey, you made the screen, the big screen.
They always kill me in the movies.
Smith popped your ass, but you made it though.
They always kill me in the movies, champ.
That's all. Hey, you made it. That's all that count. Hey, what you doing now, champ? What you doing now?
Hey, I'm just chilling, man. You see, I'm home. I live in beautiful Florida. Okay. This is my backyard. I'm just chilling, man. You know, I'm working on I'll do a couple of things. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, like we all are. But aside from one thing, I'm working with a company that's, you know, just keeping me going, man. I'm working with a telemedicine company called Alpha DNA. I'm in the cannabis business as a advocate for cannabis. You know, I started smoking cannabis about 10 years ago. I was suffering from depression. I had a nervous breakdown. I had ballooned up to 403 pounds, man. Hey. I was suicidal, man. I was ready to end it all, champ. I was just depressed. I was going through some really bad things in my life, in my past, was just eating at me. And then I was prescribed all type of sedatives to just, you know, make me worse. I felt like I was taking Depakote, Seroquel, Paxil, Zoloft. All this shit was just making me feel worse. And then at the same time, I was getting fat. And then a friend of mine introduced me to cannabis. He was like, yo, champ, you know, this new study. Well, besides that, I had been doing studies and I was actually interested in indulging. But one of the things about cannabis I didn't like was, as a kid, I had an aunt that used to smoke, man, and she used to beat my ass. So the smell used to kind of remind me of the ass whippings. So I never really it always was something that turned me on. But I was drinking since I was like 13, 14 years old, which was worse, I think, you know, looking back in retrospect. But I started smoking cannabis, man, the same day I poured all the pills down the toilet. I started smoking weed. I cut my hair off. I went bald. I started saying, let's go champ, as my mantra to keep me motivated. You know what I mean? As I got off I got off the pills immediately, like I said, that same day, I started smoking cannabis. I became an advocate for it. I lost 168 pounds. I started knocking everybody out cold again. You know what I mean? I started back on my knockout spree. And, you know, I got into the business of cannabis. So, you know, I private label a brand called, my brand is called Cannabis. And we were currently in California in a store called Litco. It's a dispensary downtown near the Staples Center. It's called Litco. And I'm currently in that store right now. So I'm looking to, you know, get my distribution going and, you know, save lives, man. A lot of people don't even understand how cannabis saved not only my lives, but a lot of other people's lives as well. You know what I mean?
Bro, I tell everybody, look, hey, now look, Bob. I mean, Shan, my man Bobby Reed was smoking weed I was 14. He would get off a stop before school and blow every morning. So he was doing it way back then. I'm telling everybody, I said, man. Bro, I said, it's the greatest thing that ever happened in my life. People think it's a joke. But hey, I know one thing, Cannon. Next time I come over your career, hey, he put me out because I was too silly. That ain't happening no more. I'm a pro now, Cannon. Hey, you ain't got to put me out no more. Hey, look, he was like, hey, Bob, he was like, man, I got neighbors, champ. Man, I was so high, I just couldn't stop laughing.
That's my man right there, Montell, the man, though.
Oh, no doubt. Hey, I'm gonna get back out there to see the new house. The other house, the pool was in the front. Hey, Bob, you open up the door in the front room, and that's the pool was in the front room.
Hey, great comeback, though, big fella. Straight up, man. I love that, man.
Thank you, champ.
Great comeback, man. Straight up.
Yeah, man. I just, you know, got to stay alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And I like the way that you and Montell advocating for cannabis, because for so long they was forcing those pills down our throat, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, what's the young lady name in the WNBA that's taking 17 pills a day? Delicadova, what's her name? She taking 17 pills a day. Somebody need to talk to her, man, because
but she can't smoke because it ain't legal. They need to make it legal everywhere. Every athlete I talk to be like, man, I can't go to sleep at night. I hurt so bad until I smoke. And it's serious, bro. Look, smoking weed has fixed my brain damage, Shannon. My words don't mess up. Bro, I'm back smart, man. Hey, it's the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
Oh boy, why?
For real. Hey, I'm gonna get back out to Miami. We're gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? What you call it? What you say? Cannabis, not cannabis, but cannabis. That's a beautiful name.
Cannonbiz.com. Cannonbiz, BISCANNONBIS.com.
Man, that's good shit, big fella.
Hey, when we get off, I'm finna send you my address. I need my package.
You can't mail that stuff, can you?
Nah, you can't mail that, champ. Only you got to go to LA.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Hey, look, Bob, look. It's just a joke. He can't mail it. Hey, look.
I can't mail it. I ain't even got it here. I'm in Florida. I ain't even got it.
Cannon, you my man, Cannon. What was I finna say? I'll get to it. So you got that going on right now. What's up with the older guys tournament? Are you in that? You still in the running for that? I see Roy Jones got your spot. What happened?
They said I don't qualify.
Because you just fought 2 years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Nah,
these cats ain't ready.
I ain't fought in 5 years, but they said I still don't qualify. I'm too dangerous.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. So Holyfield, everybody back down.
I'm too dangerous. That's another league. That's the retired. That's the old man league. I'm old man, but they said I ain't that old.
How old are you?
I'm 48,000.
No, you ain't even made 50 yet. Yeah, hell no, you ain't old.
48, yeah, against a 55-year-old man.
Yeah, I had my last fight at 41. You ain't old. Yeah, you ain't old enough. You'll hurt somebody.
Man, look, they seen this.
And they said no.
They said, nah, Chad, that's a weapon.
Hey, what's gonna happen with Roy and Mike?
It's gonna be a great event. I can't wait. Mike need that to get ready, so he can get ready for hopefully give me and him to do an exhibition next.
Well, that's cool. I hope it work out for you, man. I done lost. I'm down like 24, 26 pounds since the pandemic started. March 21st, my gym closed down. I was 215. I said, Montell, we finna get this unemployment. The gym ain't rocking. Ain't nobody at the gym. Let's train every day. We ain't got nothing to do. I went at 215. I just before I got started, I'm finna work. I'm sweating. I was working out when you hit me. I'm 190 right now from 215.
Wow.
190.
Man, you look good, man. I want to tell you that too. No homo. But listen, you looking good, brother. On top of that, what's up? You gonna fight again?
If I get a phone call like you, I just put it out there yesterday about Bernard Hopkins. If Bernard Hopkins wants some, I'll do it. If
now,
anybody,
question. If they gonna do the Legends League, would you fight in the Legends League?
I'm getting to the point where I'm leaning towards because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Go, champ. He said he's feeling good.
He said he's feeling good, y'all. I'm gonna text you and see how fast I am at 50 years old. I still got it, champ.
Ooh, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
One more?
Man, 10 more. Not no one, 10 more. Hey, yo, listen, Montell. Montell, listen to me, man. Real talk. No bullshit. Let me say something to you. I talked to Larry Holmes, man. Remember I did a little night of the heavyweight thing down here with Chris Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? We had all the I fought on the card. We had all the heavyweights come out. Bro, I talked to Larry Holmes. He said, Shannon, he said, don't never stop. He said, keep going. He said, get all the money you could get. He said, keep fighting, man, till you can't fight no more. He said, that's what we do. We fighters.
No doubt. Hey.
Especially if they cashing them checks the way they cashing them. And it's that new money.
Hey, Montell, let me ask you something. You said that cannabis brought your brain back, huh?
Yeah.
You feel good, don't you feel young again? You feel like,
bro, look, when I'm finna go stand outside for 2-3 hours, I smoke first and I'm good. If I don't smoke, my legs hurt. I feel I'm aching. I'm fooling the gang, baby. Hey, I talk right. My brain damage is gone, champ.
I'm telling you.
I just had my fighters just said, bro, there's nowhere in hell you had 59 pro fights. Can't nobody even tell.
Right.
I'm telling you. It's amazing. It's
amazing. I had some of the best defense ever, but
it's amazing. Champ, let me say this, bro. I introduced a few people to cannabis. Chris Bird is one of them. He'll tell you. I introduced him to cannabis and a few other fighters. I don't give out their names unless they give me permission. So I just know Chris doesn't mind because he tells people, you know what I mean? It's a life changer, man. I was going down a dark slope, man. My brain was messed up, my speech was messed up, my everything was messed up at a certain point. I started smoking cannabis, champ. I changed my diet. I got myself together, champ. Now look at me. I'm in phenomenal shape, speaking to you guys. I'm an advocate for it, man. I smoke every day, man. It changed my life, man.
No doubt. I got to get to Miami.
That's huge.
You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, Bob.
Yes, sir.
I called Shannon. I went out to Miami. And, saying, I called him. I said, check this out, bro. I'm in Miami. I said, you finna kick it with me this weekend, nigga. I said, I came to Miami to see you. You finna kick it with me this weekend. He said, Montell, I got it. I said, where you go? He said, I'll hit you. I'll let you know. He coming back about 2 hours later. He said, Montell, I don't go nowhere. I just sit in the house. He said, come through. It was the greatest weekend I ever had in my life, bro. 3, 4 in the morning, it was on.
Yeah.
We gave, what fight did we watch? He had a pay-per-view fight at your house. I said, Cannon, can we watch the fight at your house? He said, yeah, come through. We watched the fight. We hung out all night. Man, it was a great weekend. I fell in love. I mean, the Cannon was my man, but I fell in love with him that day.
Yeah, Miami? Yeah, I can imagine you did that, Money.
Paradise, brother. We in paradise out here.
I know.
I didn't go nowhere. We stayed in his house the whole weekend, and it was awesome.
Hey, you gotta come to the new crib, man. You gotta come see the new crib. Much better.
Yeah, I see. I saw that. Yeah, that all white Scarface shit. You know I see you.
We going.
Montana.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah, it's all good. Much love, bro.
Hey, listen, I gotta jump on this meeting. You know what I mean?
Much love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I just want to say, man, I want to say thank you guys for having me on, man. And I want to say, listen, Montell, man, I'm happy to know you. You're a good brother. You always been that way, man. You never changed with me. You always was solid. You always kept it real, even with the fame. A lot of us changed. A lot of people changed. I seen them when they was famous. I seen them when they wasn't. And when they got their fame, they was acting funny. But I want to say you always kept it solid with me. You know what I mean? A lot of us, I'm gonna keep it funky. Not me. I know how I kept it, but a lot of people acted brand new. They acted like they wasn't gonna come back down. And that's why I just want to say peace to you and respect due. You heard?
That's
Much
real.
respect. Hey, your boy Raul Marquez gonna be on next week.
That's my dog. Let's go, champ.
Hey, much love to Shannon The Cannon, Robert Bobby Reed, Montell Ice Griffin Boxing Show. We out of here. Peace.
Hey, yo, Robbie Reed.
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to say to you, let's go, champ.
Let's go, big baby. All right, man. Much love,
All
big
right.
fella.
All right,
All right,
champ.
Ice.
Peace.
My man.
All right.